can still get through there. Where is Buddy?
Where's the butt?
He's setting up this
Oh, right.
video.
Sound system.
Here we go.
Video sound. Okay.
Whoop.
Wires, old school.
Where do you want me, Kathy? Here or
Here
over
too.
there? Huh?
Is
This is fine.
Hi, I'm Sand.
Hi, Sam. I'm Raymond.
Hi, Raymond.
Hi, I'm Carly.
Carly.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Have you drummed before, Ray?
Nope.
Oh, good. We're doing this because I started the same way. Not that long ago.
Yeah.
Well, it was quite a while ago, but still.
Is it up and
Can
running?
you get through there, Bud?
Yeah. Oh, do we need water? Do you guys need some water?
I'd
We're
love
Some
not
some.
orange here.
We grabbed
For
one.
that
This
to
one?
Sam,
Yeah, we got
and,
one.
This is for
and
you,
maybe
Sam.
grab,
Thanks, you.
grab two more. One more, or one for you if you want. Two more.
This side.
Kind of
More
nervous.
water.
Sam, were you nervous?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're par for the course right now.
But it turns out, you'll see, there's not really much to be, not anything to be worried about.
Just let go, trust.
That's
Grab
it.
That
Yep,
other
cool.
conga. Sorry.
Sure.
They're a gentle group. Gentle drummers, too.
Meditated at some point, right?
Yes, exactly.
Sneaking by you.
Maybe Arla and Platt would come tonight.
Yeah,
Where Arla talked about.
Where do you want?
That's good.
Oh, watches, bracelets, rings.
Oh, thank you. Everybody has water. Should be okay.
All right. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Drumming. Okay. So, these are Ghana drums from our friends in Ghana who are master carvers. So it's really all you need to do is find this deep tone right in the middle of the drum head. And just come up quickly, and hover over the head. So you feel that deep tone. And the meditation part of it is like you go for that, we call that the downbeat in America. And the downbeat is where this, and use your whole hand. The heel, yeah, it's a beefy kind of note. But you don't hit hard, you hit quickly. So it's not really muscle. It has to do with feeling that downbeat tone in your body. And what happens as soon as we start having fun, speeds up, right? It's a habit. So the meditation, again, is just nice and steady. So that steady groove then is what makes it possible for the drummer to get people to dance, okay? And there's really no other reason to play the drum except to create dance energy. That's the joke, really, but it's kind of true. So now you go back and forth on that note, if you can. Yeah. Now, that balances the brain hemispheres, the front hemispheres. So you get brain hemisphere balancing if you get both hands active. And that makes you smarter and it makes you more, yeah. Now that was a good note. See, that's the belief system that cuts in, gets in the way, and makes these arbitrary decisions about what's right and what's wrong. And I tell people, the smarter you are, the harder it is to do this. because your intellectual mind is so tenacious. It just hangs on and interferes, and it doesn't understand this. This is your body. Your body plays. So what we're doing here is we're putting that critical mind in neutral. And the more you do this, you settle in for a few minutes, that critical, nervous, anxious mind starts to relax, especially when you use both hands. So when that relaxation starts, the critical mind gets nervous because it's losing control. So it gets back in there and starts to mess with you. So people say, oh, I was doing fine till I started to think about it. Like, right. So just don't think about it. So we learn the basic patterns. You just get them. You hear them. You know what they are already. The basic patterns there's only 2 in the whole universe. You get them, you'll be able to play anywhere in the universe. And they'll buy you a beer. I'm not kidding. So the point is here, this is the one beat, and then it will show you the other beat. And then there's a lot of variations. Keep it simple. Don't get technical. Have fun. Feel the groove. And lay it back. Lay it back is the secret ingredient. That's the old rhythm and blues wisdom, where you're not in a hurry. You're actually going to let yourself be late to that downbeat. It's not a metronome. You're not a drum machine. You're just organic drummer. So you know when you're feeling it because the body starts to move. So that's all I do is make sure that we stay in the groove where it doesn't speed up, get too crazy. Although we do cook, So that's pretty much it. End of lesson.
Thank you.
Sure. So how did you hear about it?
I just wandered by the other day and stopped in and talked to you about it. And
Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
just
Well,
there calling.
it's really, people say that the store pulls them in.
I was told, like, it's the voice inside.
Yeah, exactly.
The store.
Yeah.
And I was like running late to somewhere, but I had to come in.
Good. That's smart. See, a lot of people are just getting used to hearing those good voices. Most of the time, we're hearing like panic voices, or angry voices, or just nervous, anxious voices. So every once in a while, when we get quiet, then you hear the good voices. And that's when they say, go in this store, this will be good for you. Good. Okay, so now we've got the groove going, right? And what we've done is we put the critical mind in sort of neutral for a while. It'll try to get back in control, but just never mind. Just, put it back in the corner. Let it take a vacation for a while. And trust your body wisdom, your sense of rhythm. It's old. It's very old. It's before this got, evolved. So we go back into that mindless sort of just settling in, trance, nice and relaxed. And then you become the shaman drummer. And you gotta sing. You gotta vocalize while you hit the drum. Not really. No. You can vocalize if you want to. Okay, because as we do this, we generate some form of energy, right? Now, this is a life force kind of energy. A lot of people describe this as qi, which is the Chinese word for it, life force, or Reiki, or Kundalini, or Mojo, or Soul, Grace, Inshallah, Vril, Ashe. Every culture has words for what we're generating right now. But basically, it's the life force. So that's what you get. You get charged up, and it's good for your health, it's good for mental stability, it's good for having fun, it helps you sleep better. There's a lot of good things that come out. Oh yeah, makes you well. If you're sick, it makes you well, pretty much. So, it all comes down to that downbeat note. And when you hover over the head, you receive the vibration back up into your hands. And that's like acupuncture kind of energy. So you receive that really good energy back up into your internal organs, and it stimulates your whole system. That's why I say, come up quick and hover. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Then we're gonna do some syncopation, some fun stuff like Afro-Cuban, cool, salsa kind of stuff. But first we're gonna warm up. Aye, aye, you'll get the hang of it. Aye, aye, there's no wrong notes. Just open it up. now we're in it. Now we did it. Okay, I'm just checking now. I'm gonna go back over here because we got people out there in the real world drumming with us.
Oh, nice.
We're streaming, so I just make sure we're all doing.
That's awesome.
You guys are good. Here, sit up.
Here
we are.
That's cool. Oh my gosh. Wow.
And you just are up and running in no time, right?
Right? So quickly.
It feels so
Pretty good.
natural.
So, yeah, I could
Such
feel,
an active meditation.
I could
Yeah.
feel my mind
Yeah.
start taking over and it would mess up. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
come on, trust your rhythm.
So then, oh, I can
It's
open
just
this
like
back
in
door and get
meditation
more.
when you have a thought come up and you go, okay, thought. It's a thought. That's what I do.
That's
Exactly. And mine's
Better.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Whoops.
Oh, it's okay, I'll walk on them too.
Those are nice. Those are nice
Aren't
feet
they
to walk
cute?
on.
These are my new shoes. I love
Those are
them.
fun.
Orbs.
Now, this is a skipping happy pattern. Now, you'll hear this in a million songs. Television theme songs, raindrops keep falling, a million songs. It's also a tribal, sacred tribal rhythm all over the world. You go back and forth, or favor one hand. We'll have to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz, because the wonderful things she does. You're off to see. You get the idea. The wonderful Wizard of Oz. Tigers and lions and bears, oh no. Lions and tigers and bears. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, lions, tigers and bears. Now, this is a survival rhythm. It's a power rhythm. It's a power groove that every culture uses to like survive and get on and progress and thrive and get on top. This is a really powerful groove. So if you want stuff to happen in your life, use this groove. But think good thoughts, because it magnifies whatever you're feeling. Make sure I tell people, just think good thoughts about yourself. The drum has always had this place where people use the drum to make stuff happen, in their cultures, tribal or otherwise, even modern civilization. So there's certain rhythms that are secrets, and even the rock and roll songwriters, they know these rhythms. Now, the drum machine kind of changed everything, because the drum machine kind of locks it up, makes it kind of rigid. This is loose, flaky, it's snaky, it's human. You kind of lose it, then you get back on it. Just relax and play, okay? Now, if that arm's bothering you, just put the hand on the head and let the vibration. Yeah. Yeah, now this is what we do with people who have injuries and stuff. They feel the vibration from all the other drummers, and that's a healing vibration. And it's the same frequency as your torso. So, really good for the heart. Now, this is also the blues. So, to prove a point, we sing an old blues song from the 60s, ancient. A friend of mine wrote it. So you might know the words, but maybe not. You kind of heard it maybe once or twice, And I tell people, it should be the national anthem, because everybody sort of knows a little bit of the song, young lady, give up your vows. Save our city, save our city, save our city right now. Well, I woke up this morning and I got myself a beer. Yeah, I woke up this morning and I got myself a beer. You know the future's uncertain and the end is always near. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll all night long, all night long, all night long, all night long. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll all night long, all night long. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll all night long. Thank you, Detroit. Yeah, yeah. So that's traditionally called, in our culture, that's called a blues shuffle. So if you ever need to play a blues shuffle, you know how to do it.
Yeah.
And it'll always work because everybody in the world relates to that groove.
No, it's my palm. I fell. Ooh, I can feel it.
No,
It's-
yeah. It's
You know, it still hurts.
Do you want some drummer's balm for it?
Okay.
Sounds awesome.
Okay. It's coming in.
Was
Coming
the
in.
second beat
your
different than the
forearm,
first
your
one?
elbows?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the
I
3-beat,
fell on my.
and the first one
Hand
was
in
a
elbow.
4-beat.
Can you play the difference for me?
Like he was saying,
It's been a while.
kind of
but it
those
just
are the two basic
feels
ones
really
in
Yeah.
the whole world. So the first one is
touch
you
it
know,
hurts.
Like what?
So every time
okay.
I downbeat,
one,
Right.
I can
you know,
feel it. I think
1, 2,
that's why
3, 4.
I'm
The
having
next
trouble
one was
with my
1,
left
2,
hand.
3, 1, 2, 3, kind of
kind
like
of
a
tell
wall.
it to go
Oh, then.
that.
What was the second one?
Like a 4-beat would be.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
What?
Right? And then
He's kidding.
the 3-beat would be, which was kind of what we were doing, only we were doing it.
I don't know what
They
happened.
sound
we
so
were doing the
similar,
waltz,
but
we
they
were
are
doing a
different.
shuffle. I mean,
Never
like you
mind,
said, there's
buddies.
variations of all
Yeah.
of them. But the
Okay,
basic
I don't know
is
where
the
the drum
3-beat.
is. It right
waltz,
behind you?
But then there's a lot of,
Well, these are
blues
sealed.
shuffle or the
What about
Rumba
there on
or
the
These
shelf?
are all
variations
sealed.
Oh, I hear the
of stuff.
difference.
But it's
Cool.
all basic.
Is
The
that what you're
underlying is a
No.
3, 6, or a 2 or a 4. You know.
Mhm. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. I can differentiate the two now. They sound. I mean,
And they
Not
feel
as-
completely different.
Okay,
It's
coming in. Here we go.
usually kind of hard to play the 3-beat,
Oh, thanks.
especially your alternating hand.
yeah, I had to figure that out.
So, and it's tricky to count because there's a lot of different ways to count. So my tambourine is my secret weapon because it gives us the pulse. And so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So you're playing different notes, but the pulse underneath is like a 4-beat.
Right.
All rock and roll pretty much is on a 4-beat pattern. You know, rolling on millions of songs. Right? Now, so that's a 4 pattern, okay? And that's where we're going to go right now. The other patterns of 3, what Garvin was so eloquently explaining, is so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But you can do each of those slow, medium, and fast. And when you do them the different ways, then they're totally different. Like so, the 3-beat pattern, I usually start people really slow. And it's like, just go back and forth like this. Like this just for a second, let's just do this. So there's your 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So what happens when you do this is both of your brain hemispheres kind of resist doing this a lot of times. Because you're used to being dominant with one hand. Are you both right-handed? Yeah, took a minute. So when you do this, your left hand becomes just as active, just as important as your right hand. And your brain is used to like deferring to the dominant hand. And so there's this little drama that goes on. It's like, I don't know if I should let my left hand have that much power. So this is a great mental exercise for giving your whole body power, and ability. Yeah. And so when you get the hang of this and you relax with it, and you get past the drama of that intellectual mind saying, this doesn't feel right. It's like, never mind. You wouldn't understand if I did explain it to you. Look, hey, Chris, come on in, girl. Yeah, come on in. Actually, there's room in here. You want to come in here? Yeah, that's good. Right there. Okay. Now, for instance, we're going to go to the big ending. In 3, this is really when it starts to get interesting, because then you'll start to hear like traditional African rhythms. Ready for the big ending? Keep going. The last one. So that's a traditional Nigerian group. So it's like they all relate. But the way I teach it, I call it the history of the groups. And it kind of all came through New Orleans several hundred years ago. And there was rhythms actually from all over the world. I mean, musicians from all over the world, not just Africa. And so they were, they wanted to play, in New Orleans. Because these drums were allowed to come into New Orleans. All along the eastern seaboard during the colonial times, this drum was outlawed. The slaves were not allowed to use this drum because it was considered like non-Christian. It was like tribal, pagan, plus, plus, there was something that you'll never hear of in the history books called the Djembe Revolution. These are djembes, right? The Djembe Revolution happened at the end of the 1700s, and all the African slaves and all the big plantations from Georgia to North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, they could talk to each other on the drum. It's traditional African language, and you could play it, and they'd hear it in another village, and they'd know what you were saying. It's an ancient drum language. And the people who carved these drums still know how to do it. So that when they first had these slaves come over, they let them have these drums because there was a higher level of survival among the slaves if they could drum. So it's cold-blooded. So we had more money, So the slaves pretended to be worshiping the Catholic saints. They put up, images of St. Barbara and Mother, Mary, and all the saints in the Catholic Church or the Protestant Church, and pretend to be drumming to them. But they were really drumming to their African gods. Now, the Yoruba god in Africa said, okay, well, how are we gonna make money? And the women probably said, why don't you guys at least play a groove that we can dance to? Put your hat down there, and you'll make some money. Makes sense? Well, they didn't know each other's music. They're from all over the world, all over Africa. They didn't know each other's. So the women said, look, why don't you just agree on one note? Just hit a note and keep hitting that note and give you go. Now you got it.
Wow.
Great. You're fine. That's fun.
So, as long as everybody supports the downbeat, you can noodle around all you want. You know, and it holds together. That's the miracle. And that's the creation that American, not that I'm waving the flag here, but American music has combined all these elements from all the different cultures and come up with these simplified grooves that work for pop songs, rock and roll, blues, jazz, rhythm and blues, soul music. All this stuff, the rest of the world may not like America for whatever reasons, but the one thing that everybody in the world likes about America is their music.
Yeah.
You know, they may not be able to admit it, you know, but generally everybody, because it's got a little bit of everybody in it. So everywhere you go, there, you know, somebody's got a Guns N' Roses T-shirt on. You know? I mean, we were in the jungle, you know. There's a kid with a Guns N' Roses T-shirt. Okay, you know, and it's like, and so we were in Bali. It was like 30 years ago, and we were in a little shop like this. So Kathy was negotiating with the guy to buy the carvings and the mobiles and such. And I saw a drum like under the shelf, and it's dust covered. Pulled it out, and I tapped on it a little bit. The guy flipped. He goes, "You are a drummer." I went, "No, I don't do that anymore. Like dead rock stars and record companies, they're corrupt. No, I don't do that anymore." He says, No, you are a drummer now. I went, I was so bitter about the music business, you know. I said, "Well, where are you going with this?" He goes, "Then play now." I went, "Oh, that's a request, huh?" He goes, "Yeah." Okay. So he got a couple of drums. We went out, stood in front of the shop. Jungle, dense jungle everywhere. And the kid came up from the back of the compound. It was like 1,000-year-old compound, like Krishna's carved in stone, had been rained on for 1,000 years, in the jungle and the leaves and everything. And he couldn't speak English. So he, "How are we going to play?" So I said, "Okay, well, just, you know, I'll go back to my New Orleans roots and just hit that downbeat, you know, and then just make it happen." And as soon as we started cooking, you know, the guy who was running the shop, he comes out wearing this mask. Now he explains, he says, "A grandfather carved this wooden mask. It's the Hanuman, the monkey god, you know." And he put it on, it's got a long white mustache and long white eyebrows. And he starts doing this really snaky kind of dance, you know, in front of us. And it's like, okay, well, whatever, you know. And then after a few minutes, I started to feel really good. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I remember. I love doing this. I love drumming. I was a drummer since I was 8 years old. You know, I played everywhere in the world. I played every kind of music. I love drumming. And I got through it. You know, he was like, I didn't know what he was doing. But later I found out it was a Hanuman, the monkey god exorcism. You know, so he just moved this energy. And he was just like directing it. And we played for about 3 hours, 4 hours. People came out of the jungle with food, you know, and it turned into like a festival. And there was no drumming in Bali. I mean, just traditional. So when we were done, man, I was like, what did you just do? You know? And he said, buy these drums from us and take them back and heal your people. Why? Yeah, you'll understand. When you get home, you'll understand. So we were there about 3 weeks, and everywhere we went, people showed up with drums. So we bought drums, and we brought them back. And as soon as we had them in here, people came in and said, you know, this drumming thing, I'm curious. It's a long time ago. It's like 25 years ago. And I said, okay, that's the universe telling me, pay attention here. So I said, okay, I won't teach technique. It was the women, grandmother. She comes in and says, I want to drum, but I don't want to be a drummer. I think I know what you're talking about, yeah. So I said, okay, downbeat, low tone, middle of the drum, high note out at the edge, keep it steady, relax, and you're in. You know, and she says, I want to take lessons. Okay. So she showed up like every week. We sat out back under the eucalyptus tree, and I started to show her some. Now I hadn't been drumming years. I was in a film business for a long time. She said, you should be recording this. I said, why? She says, you're telling stories while you're playing drums. Really? I had no idea. So I put in the cassette recorder, because it was before feeling, that's even a better sign. If you're really having fun, then you know you're doing it right. So people started coming and they started telling me stuff like, I'm getting better. I'm feeling better. My emotions are more stable and grounded. I can sleep better. And then physically, I'm getting over illnesses. And then people say, I'm surviving cancer, but I can't tell anybody because the drumming wash away stress. Wash away, wash away, 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 wash away So you can see when you maintain a groove like that, nice and relaxed, where it doesn't get too nervous because it starts to speed up. But when you can lay it back, so you just compensate for that need for speed that the critical mind thinks is important. It's well intentioned. It's just it's overexcited. It's overstimulated. So this is a way to get it under control, and it's sort of you sort of put it into neutral. You know, it's just what did you do to me? And the reason you can do that is it doesn't understand rhythm. The front mind is so proud of itself, it's in control of everything all the time, but it doesn't get rhythm. It can learn rhythm, but it doesn't understand it. That's why commercials and movies and TV shows have soundtracks. The pulse of the music in a commercial is what gets you to believe, you know, what they want you to believe. And buy whatever they want. And they know this. Mad Men, you know, back in the 50s, they did this research. They wired people, you know, with little things on their fingers and galvanic skin response and blood pressure, and then they would run commercials, you know. And the original was like subliminal advertising, you know, where they'd blip, you know, a picture of popcorn in the middle of a movie, and suddenly you needed to go buy popcorn. And then they got complaints because what happened was people became aware of it. So that's how we evolve. We evolve because we get insulted. You know, our senses, we get suckered, you know. And suddenly people's minds started to speed up because the technology was speeding up, and people started to say, wait a minute, I just saw a frame of popcorn. No, that's just your imagination. No, I did. And so finally it went to the Supreme Court, you know. They said, you can't do this. This is like too sneaky.
Yeah.
They went, okay. So Madison Avenue had to back off.
Wow.
But because it was in all the movies and TV shows, they were sneaking this. So then what they ended up discovering was that rhythmic manipulation, much more powerful. Don't even have to put an image up there. A secret image. You just go ahead and put up whatever you want, and as long as you got the groove that's somewhere around 60 beats a minute, people are going to believe it. Doesn't matter what's up there. They'll believe
Commercials
it.
aren't scored anymore.
What's that?
Commercials aren't scored anymore.
Yes, they are. What they do is the commercials, the music composer has to use a click track. It's on a computer. It's time code. You know what time code is, right?
Yeah, I know.
So everything is composed. They put in the music on the key. Now it's all electronic, right? Put it in there. So it sounds like real drums. It's not real drums. And the effect that fake drum has on us is very frustrating because you're hungry for real drums. That's human. And so like a lot of people, like especially from your era, is going to go, what was it like in the 60s? They're going to listen to classic rock and stuff. Because the drums were real.
Yeah.
You know, and especially on vinyl.
Yeah, recording the wave.
Yeah, it's that solid sound signal. Digital came along and chopped it all up. So when our survival system, which is ancient, it was the first part of this new mind, it tries to go into synchronization with whatever dominant rhythm is in the environment. That's survival. If it's a fast rhythm, that part of our DNA says was probably a dangerous environment. So but the opposite is also true. Like if the tempo is like relaxed and slowed down and like nice, then the system opens up. It says, oh, okay, well, we don't have to fight. We don't have to run away. So I'm going to shut all the adrenaline stuff down. We don't need it. Turn off the alarms. And then we're going to secrete the endorphins. We're going to create a healing situation. Because when the human animal, if it's not fighting or running away, it's got to heal. You know, I mean, that's just survival. So that's what we're doing here, is we're creating an opportunity for the positive chemistry in the body, just like in yoga or whatever, in meditation. And the brain can shut down from being afraid, and we convince it. Because it doesn't want to be convinced. It just totally believes that I'm supposed to be afraid all the time because of the technology, the fake drum machines and all the soundtrack. It's like Matrix accidentally discovered. You know, well, that first Matrix movie was really, you know, jacked up. The whole soundtrack. It was like they hit a nerve. It's like, whoa, what is this? You know, so, but it was evolving up to that point. But then it's like really locked in. So now they want you to do whatever they spend, whatever they want, you know, or what, you know, and they can direct it using rhythm. So that's what we're doing here is we're waking everybody up. So you're where? What's going on?
Peter's
Oh,
here.
hi, Peter. Are you going to come in and hit a drum? You just hanging? Okay. Okay. Now we're going to go to the triplet again.
Thank you.
Peter, like the fellow out there, he's like this really famous documentary filmmaker in Europe. He's also a jazz drummer. He lives around the corner.
Also
He's moving.
a painter.
What?
He's a painter.
He's a painter. He's moving up to Canada to paint. But this is what he really loves about this neighborhood. He can come over here and drum every week.
Here he comes.
So this will be the last we see him. He's gonna move. He's moving.
Do you need to say bye?
Yeah, no. He was here yesterday. We drummed on the sidewalk yesterday. And so he made it. Get in here.
Sit over here.
Let me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing it.
This is a blues shuffle again, right? And it's actually the hardest drum part to play on a drum set. Right, Peter? It's not easy to play a shuffle on a drum set. But on a hand drum, it's really easy. Because this is where it came from. This is like the first drum. The kids come in from high school, they go, yeah, I play real drums. I went, oh yeah? What's a real drum? They go, a snare drum. This is a real drum. So once your body gets familiar with these grooves, you'll notice they come up during your everyday activities or every night activities. Because these are eternal. Every generation uses these grooves for pop songs. Even the digital stuff. There you go.
Thank you. Can I leave?
There you go.
So much fun.
Now, you good to go?
Made my evening.
Thank you. Stop it.
Well, thanks for bringing him in, you know. You safe trip. When are you leaving?
See you tomorrow. No day.
Well, safe trip. Safe trip.
We'll be missing you.
Now, what we're going to do is something unheard of in drumming groups, okay? We're going to slow down. Because that's kind of typical, you know. Start to play and it goes faster and louder. Now, that's kind of like become a habit in the culture. And like, for instance, the Venice Beach drumming group and stuff like that. It just goes and goes. And it's like a freight train going crazy, going to crash. So, and it generates that kind of anxiety. And that's kind of why I decided to teach this way, because I could, you know, do it a lot of different ways, or just walk away from it. But since drumming generates and attracts energy, you know, I wanted to explain to the young bloods. I said, look, if you create that anarchy drumming like that, you're going to create war, because that's what it does. And they just blew me off. You know, it's like old school. Yeah, right. So it's like, I said, okay, fine. I expected that. You know? Because what this does is like makes you cocky. You know, it's like, I bang on the drum, I'm good. You know? So I said, okay, what I'll do is I'll just be like the Buddha. I'm just going to like settle in, show the basic patterns, and just stay there. You know? And my meditation will be to just be steady. And as a result of that, I wasn't getting upset. I wasn't saying, oh, you have no sense of rhythm, I cannot teach you. No, everybody does. And that became then the opening for the healing drums, the therapeutic healing, which now I'm busier doing than anything. I mean, I go up for the recovery houses. We play with the autistic kids. I mean, people come in all the time for one-on-one drumming therapy. Because when you go there and you're in that trance, you can deal with your own stuff. You can even talk about it if you've even never hit a drum before. And you process, you know, what needs to be released and accepted. And it's not intellectual. And it's proven to be a really effective therapy for people dealing with stress, bipolar, drug and alcohol addiction, but depression and all sorts of psychological conditions. Because when we get this downbeat going and the system sees it on a really deep level, it says, that feels safe, that feels real, and it's me. I'm doing this. Yeah, it's down, yeah, right, very primal. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down and visit Cuba. And now, in Cuba, everything is based, well, the sacred drumming sometimes referred to as guaguancó, and it's also folk music, but it's based off of the three, which goes all the way back to the African rumba, which is based off of the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. And they can break it up a lot of different ways, but it's basically a 6. 1, 2, which is sort of the blues when it gets to New Orleans, but when it's down in Cuba, they mix it, and it's a real interesting thing, because they've done it for so many generations that when they go into these trances, everybody goes to the trance right away, because their grandparents and great-grandparents, everybody knows what that's all about. It was actually illegal in Cuba to play this rhythm up until about 75 years ago, because the law was written in Spanish. Now stay back with it, stay relaxed with it, because we got to do this thing with it. And so, because it scared the police and the government when the African drummers were doing this, because it goes 6,000 years, their tradition. So when they did this, it was like you could feel stuff was shifting, you know. So Desi Arnaz's father was the governor of Santiago de Cuba. It was like, you know, this really big deal province outside of Havana. And his job was to put people in jail that played this drum, played this rhythm, until they invented this drum, and they called it the conga drum, but it's actually a Cuban drum. And they Christianized it by putting the steel on it, the rim. Before it had sticks in it, and the head was real primitive looking. They made it modern, so it made it more acceptable. But this drum was outlawed. Now, I'm gonna I'm gonna play with the rhythm. Still there. Keep your downbeat going. There's your downbeat. Yeah. And it's real snaky because it goes back and forth. Yeah. It's 3 and then 2. But nice and relaxed. Clave in 6, the original clave. The clave is the sacred rhythm. It's underneath all the Latin music. But normally it's in 4. Now it's in 6 here, which is this is a very old school. You got it, very good. I usually talk at people to keep their mind distracted. Yeah, good. Yeah. It gets your focus, yeah. So this is a big deal trance rhythm. They'll do this for 3 days and 3 nights. Traditional in Cuba. Nice and relaxed. Don't speed up. Yeah. Now this is qigong. This is where you're pulling, and also traditional Amazonian and American Indian soul retrieval, where people have been traumatized or damaged or hurt. So parts of our souls, they go off. They get broken away, and they go out into the cosmos. So the curandera, the healer, whether American Indian or whoever, has processes to pull those pieces of our souls back into us, so we reintegrate. And the drum's always used for that, every culture. You go around the world, and they have different words to describe that process, but that's what this is. You're pulling, come home, pulling this stuff into you again. So now do you have some Cuban in you or something?
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, okay. So now we're going to go straight to the clave straight up 4, which is probably something you're totally familiar with. And this is like, the clave is a combination of notes. It's also the musical sticks. I think there's some over there somewhere, made out of Brazilian mahogany. That's a flute, but underneath though, you're right though. They're right there, yeah. Yeah. So here, can you pull those out?
Yeah.
Now hand them to me, and I'll yeah. So now, so if we were to do the person who plays the claves is really important in a big salsa orchestra, because that's the son clave, the basic original clave, which is a 3-2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now you can mess with it and turn it around, but this is pretty much, you'll hear this under all traditional Cuban, Afro-Cuban, Puerto Rican, Latin stuff, salsa. It's because they say you have to be true to the clave, which means someone in the orchestra has to play the clave, this pattern, because everyone else is going nuts, soloing and going off, but somebody has to hold it together so everybody knows where the downbeat is. So you go off, but it's all together. Even though it may not sound like it, it's all together. So somebody just has to do this all night long. Sometimes it'll be on the claves, the sticks. Sometimes it'll be on the cowbell, It's somebody, or hand claps. Traditional will be hand claps. So this is the clave in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So that's, now you got that in your head. You can play that if you want. Oh, you want to play them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So then, we go back to the drum. Now, Afro-Cuban, okay? Bum, 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 bum. That's it. Now, rest it in your hand so it's a cradle, so you don't muffle it. So it's actually, you lay it on top. Yeah, that's it. Gets you much louder that way. So you don't have to hit hard. To your solo, go. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, that second note, boom, boom. Push that second note. Boom, boom. That's it. Nice and relaxed. So the basic pattern on top of that, what we've been doing. But the accent, that note. Good. Yeah. Mira, mira, aye. Second note, push it. Push that second note. That's it. Thank you, powers of the East. Thank you, powers of the East. You go ahead and play the drums. There you go. There you go. Well, good. You survived. All right. Good. Good.
So amazing.
Now we have drummer's balm if your hands are now sore or sensitive or
My
whatever.
whole body's vibrating.
Yeah, that too. That too. There you go. This is good stuff.
Got it. It bit you.
Yeah, I have been bitten.
I can see you. I can see you got it.
We have time to do the
You might
Reiki
It's
check?
so
Or
fun.
The what? Oh, the Reiki check. Okay.
do we have time?
Well, yeah, we're going to get up and everybody like move your drums out of the way.
Take care.
So while we're still vibrating, we can do this. Now what we want to do is stand in a circle and put your hands out in front of you. So your right hand is palm down and your left hand is palm up. And float 2 inches above and below the person next to you.
Give everybody a chance.
Right
Stand
hands
up,
up,
buddy.
left
Right
hands
palm,
down.
right palm down, left palm up. Right hand down, left palm up. 2-inch clearance. Okay, now slowly move your hands away from the other person's hands. Slowly. Now come back to that 2 inches. It's easy to feel. Can you feel energy vibrating between your hand and your hand? Stretch that out again, and come back to that 2 inches. And you can feel something, right? There's something going on, right? So we don't really have words for this, but all cultures know about this energy. This is the life force. Your drummer is generating this. So every culture sees it the same way. That's what's interesting. The mystics see it as a blue-white light energy. So that's the life force. So what you've been doing is you've been charging your batteries. You've been receiving and generating, creating life force. Rhythm is life. Without rhythm, there's no life. So it's like you're connected to the basic, absolute truth when you do this correctly. Right? When you're just in that groove, and there's no anxiety, and you're just really, you shut your eyes and you just cruise, and the universe just dumps it into you. It's a big download. And that's what happens. You download files that are compressed. And you store them in your hard drive. And they open on their own. You have no control. And when they open, you get wisdom. Oh, that was okay. So first of all, and this glowing energy now is coming out of your hands, this blue-white light. So move it up now into your crown chakra and facilitate this download of this compressed files of wisdom. And just receive, because we're all in a good, positive, safe place here. So receive that blessing. Now move forward into your face. These grooves are based on beauty. They've always been based on beauty. So shining that beauty into your face, then the universe sees that, reflects it right back at you. So beauty is where you walk, beauty is where you live. Then shine into your ears, because these grooves have always been based on truth. You'll be able to hear truth, recognize it. So receive that blessing into your ears. Moving down to your throat. These grooves have always been based on honesty. So you'll be able to speak honestly because you have that feeling, you know what that feeling is. And then down to your heart. These grooves are based on love. So give your heart this charge, this energy of life and love, compassion, courage. Now move down to your solar plexus and all those internal organs. Bless them. They're always working. Clean out the filters. Wash away, wash away, wash away the toxins, wash away. Because this is the Reiki energy is flowing. It's like water. Wash away the toxins. Down to the kidneys. Wash away the toxins. Wash away. Because the groove is like water. It just cleanses. Wash away the toxins. Then down to the hips. Because in rhythm, the hips are everything. All decisive action comes from the hips. Martial arts too. All that. So you bless your hips. I love my hips. Flexible. Strong. Now, the drummer resides in the first and second chakra. That's the sex chakras. So this energy, the drummer is totally at home and comfortable and healthy with the sexual energy. It's nothing to be ashamed of or confused about. It's really simple and it's powerful. That's why the drum does what it does. So then we bend over and we bless our knees. And this is where I thank my patron saint, St. Miles Davis, because he was always going on about his knees. He said, the knees go first. And then we bless our shoes, our feet. because our feet dance with the earth all day, so we thank our feet. And then we send all of our negative energy into the earth, and Pachamama receives the nightmares, the doubts, the anger, and she in turn gives us a gift of her food. So the drummer with the strength left in her hands pulls up the energy from Pachamama, the earth energy. You pull the energy right through the body, and the drummer becomes a bridge between the earth and the sky. And the drummer sends the earth energy up into the sky, and then the light from the stars, in thanks, the drummer pulls down that light energy with the strength left in their hands. And when they pull this energy down, they cycle it through themselves, and with love, they turn it into grooves, and they share with the village. And their people, and their families, and their friends in the village all get the blessing, even the strangers, even people you don't know, because the old saying still applies. What you give is what you get. So this energy never goes away, it never dissipates, it will always be here. So you receive it. If you need a shot of strength, this is a reserve. It's always available for you. And then we thank the elders at the four corners. We thank the elders in all the different cultures for a continuing life, for continuing civilization. And then we clap 3 times and say, Aho. Aho. Now we're done.
Yay!
Good job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. You guys are totally welcome anytime you want to come and do this.
Thanks for answering the call.
Oh, well, I didn't really have much of a choice. You know, when the universe says, you know, do this, I was lucky enough to be able to pay attention. And Kathy made it, you know, clear to me that the smartest thing for me to do would to be of service. You know. And so, and it was just something that I said, surely someone else in the universe says, no, you're the one that likes to drum and you're the one that likes to talk. So it's like, basically, it's your job.
At the same time. Yeah, it flows so nicely. And the storytelling
And this
really
is a
make
unique
such a huge
situation.
difference.
You know, this right here is a resource. You know,
Yeah.
you're totally welcome to make the most of it
I'll be
while
back.
we're here. Good.
I will be
Yeah. And plus, we were streaming tonight, so you know this is our new technology. So you can go to YouTube and you get a flyer. It's at the bottom.
How do I get my own drum?
Right?
I want a drum.
Yeah. You want to drum some more, like right now? Oh, you want
I
a
want
drum?
a drum.
Yeah. Well, they're all for sale, and there's all different sizes. Like the fresh one that came in today, that I think is a cool drum. Is that? Where's that? Where did it
I
go?
want to go. Can I play this in Palisades Park? I don't think the people in my apartment would appreciate it.
Well, that's what I teach, is that rhythms that are compatible to like living in apartments, because it's not aggressive. That's what makes people upset. It's like it speeds up and it gets louder and it starts to increase the anxiety level. So what I'm showing people is how to stay laid back in a pocket. And if you're laid back in a pocket like that where it's not pushing, the neighbors kind of think, okay, that's not too bad. I can like that. It's okay. So it's a deep tone. It's the heartbeat. So you're coming from there, and you're not coming from ego and anxiety. So that way you can convince people that it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And they actually want it, but you know, because of the culture, the way it's been set up, it's like they don't really trust it. So you know, I tell women, this is your mission. If you choose to take it, it's to drum for the men. Because men drum for different reasons than women drum, right? The men drum. There's a you know, technical, very intellectual. Women play from feel, and men, you know, compete, you know, and women cooperate, you know, and men want to go to war, and women create community. So and people want to dance. Men don't always realize that the drum is really for the dance, but women get that. So, plus my first drum teacher when I was 8 years old was a woman. I mean, go figure. But she was brilliant, you know, very famous. And I studied with her for like 6 years. So I have this open attitude. It's not a guy thing. It's not my. So when I was living in Miami, you know, and all the Cubanos, you know, everybody's like, you know, really, you know, aggressive, you know, and you have to play the congas like that. You got to attack the drum because it's a thicker skin. These are goat, you know, lighter, much more responsive, very musical. So it's like, and I was playing rhythm and blues as well as Afro-Cuban. It's like, you know what? In all the years, and I had a great career and all that, but then film business and this and that. And I came back to the drum, and people wanted to use the drum for healing. You know, they wanted to like just get out of the anxiety box and just beat. So and I remembered the really snaky stuff. You know, that was just really middle of the humid Caribbean night. You know, when everybody's too hot to move, but it's just got to cook. You know, it just cooks like that, and it brings up all sorts of really positive, good, beautiful stuff in people. So I said, okay, that's what I can teach. You know, I mean, I'm not authentic, but I'm close enough. You know? So that way people get it with no, because a lot of congueros, they're going to come at you like, that's wrong, man, you're never going to be able to do this right. You know, give me your money and I'll throw you in the alley. And it's like, I'm much more warm and cuddly than that. You know, it's like much more permissive. There's no wrong notes when you come at it from this angle, because when you play like this, from this no fear, I like hearing that, when there's no fear. Because a lot of drum teachers, they put fear into the students. It's like, oh, it's wrong, it's wrong. So I don't go there anymore. Never did.
Teachers in general.
Yeah. So this is all heart. It comes from the love. And as a result of that, all this positive energy, you can feel it.
Yeah.
You know? And the people that come in and share that. And that, so it's a miracle. She's had this shop 30 years. We've been doing it in here for 28 years. And it's just, it's always, you know, here for you guys.
Thank you. I feel so blessed to have walked in.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, anytime.
Definitely an answer to prayers.
Yeah, definitely. Good. It does that, you know, and it's like, I don't understand all the details of how it works, but I just know it works.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think I'm supposed to question the details. You know, I'm supposed to do what I do.
Yeah.
Just, you know, get people into the groove and let you do what you do. Because you're going to use it the way you want to use it.
Right.
And it's like, for instance, martial arts drumming. Believe this or not. Bruce Lee's partner contacted me about 15 years ago. He's in his 70s, and he wanted me to teach him this kind of drumming, so he could teach his martial arts teachers, student teachers, how to drum, because he needed rhythm in the martial arts training. And he's considered the greatest martial arts teacher in the world. So I cut a CD. We recorded a CD, and it's a huge hit. I mean, in the martial arts world, but everybody uses it all over the world because we were just on that truth. You know, the truth, and the grooves, and people could work and do their martial arts thing with it, and it's really useful. People use it for a lot of stuff. So I've done a lot of CDs and written several books about this too. But this is the real deal. This is what, you know, you're lucky. You're here. You guys are lucky. You're here. Yeah.
I'll make up for it when I come back.
Excellent. Yeah. And come in during the day too, because it's like a lot of people come in for drumming sessions, one-on-one, like therapy sessions. They'll come and say, "I got to drum, 15 minutes or whatever." So that's like $1 a minute.
Nice.
Because people needed to do it. So, okay, how do we work this out?
Yeah.
So, okay, if I got to shut the door, if it's really personal, intense stuff, we'll shut the door for a while. And that's $2 a minute. Because we got to cover the rent. But it's basically $1 a minute. People come in and they just, you know, and they'll hit a drum and talk about whatever they need to, you know, whatever's the issue at that moment in their life. And it sort of moves it and smooths it out. Right, Sam?
Ooh, it is late.
Is it after 9?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. I was having fun.
Me too.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe that much time has passed.
Good job.
I do.
American style.
You missed me yesterday.
American style.
Oh, I didn't even know.
I thought I sent you an email.
You know, it was probably to my old email address.
Oh, yeah, it was, because I got a return on that.
Yeah, so I'll send my new one again.
Okay,
I'll
you
send it
did,
tomorrow.
you sent it to me before, but I didn't change it.
Well, you know.
I got a few, I got to.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll send it tomorrow with
Yeah.
a big,
No, not quite. I'm gonna help you,
All right.
straighten up a little bit.
So that's great you guys came.
yeah.
Hoping to get out of here.
You guys
Thank
were,
you.
you guys did well. You guys were.
Yeah, she's completely snockered, I can see it.
Yeah.
She's like got the,
Yeah, they
might.
both have that.
Yeah, the experience
Well,
looks great.
yeah,
I just have to very quickly tell you, when I first did this and I felt that, like that. Everything was moving. All of these things, like the clouds were moving.
Oh,
The
yeah.
train was going chug, chug, chug.
Yeah.
I felt like I was on acid.
I know
I
it's
swear,
very.
everything was vibrating.
Yeah, the room turns upside down, and then you know you're gone.
Well, not quite that, but it was humming in here. Everything
It's
was
very much needed.
Well, this is instead of,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
It was a wild and
this is clean, it's legal, and it's not bad for you.
Yeah.
There's really no bad side effects.
I parked in front of Max's daughter's house.
And it also puts you in touch with your good inner voices.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm focusing on so much right now. I just moved out here a couple months ago, so everything's in transition. So I'm really needing to like ground and
where'd you
center
come
and get quiet. Austin.
Austin.
Well, I did this in
Whoa,
Austin.
yay,
Great
Austin.
to see you too.
I did this in
Thanks,
Austin a
yes,
bunch of
have
times.
fun and-
Did you come in
Yeah.
yesterday?
I was here on Tuesday, I think. Was it?
A couple of days ago.
It was Thursday.
In Malibu.
This thing, yeah, it was that yesterday?
Yeah, I remember
Oh my
that.
gosh.
I remember
Yeah, it was
that.
just yesterday.
Because I had on my
Yeah, you were wearing your
Antone's
Antone's
t-shirt.
shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
right.
So,
Nothing's
very
happening out
much
there.
need to get quiet and listen.
Good job.
I know a guy
Good
that,
job.
he goes to some
So nice
place
to
in
meet you. Oh my
Culver
gosh,
City
that was
you
such a
have to
great
be invited
experience.
to.
Hey, I found your necklace. Did you find it, Sarah?
I got her.
I don't want to go to Culver City.
Can we help you clean up?
Oh, well, it's good. We'll work it out. Thanks for a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
Good night, Chris.
Coming back.
Send me that email again.
will.
Okay, good.
Bye,
Oh,
Chris.
also, we're talking about coming up to Malibu and doing a drumming event up there.
Oh my God.
So you're invited, and who else is putting it together? Who was that, Garvin? That was wanting to do it in Malibu. Oh, Sand, but also somebody else. Who else was it?
Really?
Who were we talking with yesterday?
Oh, no. Darla? Oh,
Darla?
Yeah.
But somebody else. Okay, all right, good. We'll get to
This
that.
one won't be fun. I'll plan my trips around it.
Okay.
Okay.
Honestly.
Safe drive, Chris. Bye-bye. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Oh my god, I just like want to stay. Can I sleep in?
Alright, I'll take the bottles for you,
Oh,
Carly.
thank
Little
you.
kids come in and they curl up on the floor. They feel,
Yeah.
they feel it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I believe it.
Herb Alpert came in and was like, he looks around, he goes outside, he goes, nope, it's inside. He goes back and
I
he
think this
it's in here, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's like,
A lot of people say that are real sensitive.
my brain tells me something in the window caught my eye, but I have no idea what it was. It was the
Yeah,
I don't know,
it's talking to your
it.
heart. Yeah. So it's an anomaly. What we have here is just it's a multi-dimensional anomaly. You know, it's like what I jokingly call Hogwarts West.
Oh yeah.
Harry Potter. And you won't even see us till you're ready. A lot of people say, I've been in this neighborhood 20 years and I've never seen this store before.
Yeah, I mean,
So you weren't ready.
interesting. Yeah, I walked by it a handful of times.
Believe that.
Been in the air.
Well, good.
So lucky to
Thank
get
you
brought
so
in
much.
here.
Have a wonderful night.
You too. That was great.
Until we meet again.
Yes, good. Excellent job. That's good. All right. Good
I
Yeah.
hope your wrist or your hand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ray.
Drive careful.
Yeah. Well, have a good weekend.
Oh yeah. Thanks for yeah. It's
Bye,
good.
Raymond.
On our bike.
It's sand. There's no eye on the end.
That's all right.
Yes, it's sandy. I dropped the wine.
Right there.
Yeah.
Stop down.
Go get a bite to eat.
So, are these anyone's
Yeah,
sunglasses?
it's still open. I don't know what time they close, but
Yeah.
if it's
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's out of town next week, but I mean,
I'll put them with
yeah,
my
if they come
keys.
back, they'll wait for
And
me.
then I
I'm
can.
coming
Yeah, they'll probably see them before
Actually,
me, but I'll be back as soon as I get home.
All right. See you guys.
Thank
Nice
you.
meeting you.
You too.
yeah, thanks for